Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I am Marilu Zamora, the BOC Chairperson of DPWH Region 6. Welcome to the Prebid Conference for 8 civil works projects. We have contract ID number 24G00126. Other facilities, Municipality Balasan, Balasan Dialysis Center, Iloilo. 25G00024, construction of river control structure along Jalaur River, Pototan, Iloilo-Capiz. 25G00025, construction of Boracay, Circumferential Road, Aklan. 25G00026, Iloilo-Armor Bypass Road, Iloilo. 25G00027, Preventive Maintenance of Asphalt Overlay of Passi-Calinog Road, kilometer 54 plus 1802 to kilometer 58 plus 607.2. 25G00028, Preventive Maintenance Asphalt Overlay of Mandurriao-Sn, Miguel-Alimodian-Maasin-Cabatuan Road, kilometer 12 plus 915 to kilometer 13 plus 700. 25G00029, Preventive Maintenance Asphalt Overlay of Iloilo-Capiz Road, Old Route, kilometer 15 plus minus 340 to kilometer 15 plus 000 to kilometer 15 plus 120 to kilometer 395, kilometer 50 plus 520 to kilometer 16 plus 101.75. 25G00030, Roxas City Circumferential Road, C3 Section Capiz. We also have one contract under goods and services. We have contract ID number 23GG049, procurement of services for the mobilization of multi-purpose amphibious dredge drag flow DRSP 85188C with DPWH number K351 from Regional Office 6 E&D Compound to Panay River, Barangay Bara, City, Capiz. Okay, so before we proceed, may I request Engineer Catherine Lumanana to lead us in prayer.
Thank you, Engineer Marilu Zamora, our BOC Chairperson. Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, thank you for your presence in our lives as your children, for always remembering us by providing all our needs. Thank you for your unconditional love and mercy. Teach us towards righteousness and the courage to have more faith and trust in you. Again, thank you for each other's presence this afternoon, despite of the rainy days we have. But still, we're here present for the Prebid conference for the procurement of various infra projects and procurement of goods of this office. Stay with us, dear Lord, to enlighten us in our discussions for important matters related to this procurement, so that it will be clearly understood by our interested leaders. All this we pray in your holy name. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kathy. This Prebid conference we're having this afternoon is being live streamed through the YouTube channel of DPWH Regional Office 6. May I request everyone present to please put your cellular phones in silent mode. I would like to call again Engineer Lumanana to do the roll call.
Again, thank you, Mama Lu. To determine if the box is in quorum, we shall have a roll call. Please say present or here as your name is called. We have our BOC Chairperson in the person of Engineer Marilu Zamora.
Present.
Our BOC Vice Chairperson, Attorney Marie-Grace B. Hatchuela. Our BOC Regular Member, Engineer Vladwin D. Ledesma. Our BOC Provisional Members, Engineer Orler G. Santos and Engineer Ricardo R. Gutierrez. For the procurement of goods and services, we have Attorney Marian Hadeco.
Present.
Also present are the members of the BOC Secretariat. Also with us this afternoon, we would like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Darlene Castillo, from Villar General Construction and Services. Thank you, ma'am, for your presence. Please be informed that observers were duly notified and invited in writing. However, none of them sent their representatives to attend this Prebid conference of ours this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you again, Ms. Cathy. With the presence of 4 members of the PAC, we have a quorum. So we will now proceed with the presentation of the details of the contracts subject to previous conference this afternoon. So I will now turn over the microphone to our PAC Secretary.
Contract ID number 24G00126, contract name under facilities, Municipality of Balasan, Balasan Dialysis Center, Iloilo. Location, Balasan, Iloilo. Implementing Office, DPWH Regional Office 6. Funding source, FY 2024 General Appropriations Act. Approved budget for the contract, 6,965,000 pesos. Scope of works, construction of 1-story dialysis center building, including earthworks, reinforced concrete, finishing other civil works, electrical network cabling, grounding system, ventilating system, air conditioning, and fire alarm system. Contract duration 147 calendar days. Major category of works, buildings, construction without pass, low-rise, and quick frame 1 to 5 stories. Similar categories of works, buildings, construction with piles, high-rise, and quick frame gas and place piles. Buildings, construction with piles, low-rise, and quick frame gas and place piles. Buildings, construction with piles, high-rise, and quick frame driven piles. Buildings, construction with piles, low-rise, and quick frame driven piles. Buildings, construction without piles, high-rise, and quick frame. Buildings, industrial plant, low-rise. Buildings, industrial plant, high-rise. Buildings, industrial plant, medium-rise. Example qualifier, not applicable. List of key personnel. 1 project manager should have 5 minimum years of total work experience and 5 minimum years of experience in similar works. Same with 1 project engineer, 1 project inspector, 1 materials engineer 1 safety officer, and 1 foreman. Classification, PE2, limits of assignments, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments but with an aggregate cost of 1.5 billion pesos. PE1, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 150 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 1 billion pesos. Professional project engineer, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 100 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 500 million. Only accredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects subject to the following limits of assignment. List of key equipment units: 1 backhoe, 1 bore bender, 1 bore cutter, 2 complete vibrator, 1 cutting outfit, 2 dump truck, 1 water mixer, 1 plate compactor, 2 welding machine, electric driven DC output. For contract ID number 25G00024, contract name, construction of river control structure along Jalaur River, Pototan, Iloilo, Package 7, location Pototan, Iloilo. Implementing Office, DPWH Regional Office 6, funding source, FY 2025 NEP. Approved budget from the contract, 145,715,000 pesos. Scope of works, Part A, Facilities for the Engineer. Part B, Under General Requirements. Volume 2, Part H, Miscellaneous Structures. Volume 3, Part D, Reinforced Concrete. Part I, Protective Works and Accessories. Part L, Flood and River Control and Drainage. Contract duration, 354 calendar days. Major category of works, flood control, construction, slope protection using structural measures. Example given, revetment, retaining structures, wirenet. Similar categories of works, roads, construction, slope protection using structural measures. Example given, revetment, retaining structures, wirenet. Flood control, hydraulics, river control, ports, harbors, causeway, flood control, hydraulics, dam. Example qualifier, bidder must have completed at least 1 contract that is similar to the following works among others: complete revetment, grading revetment, wirenet, stone masonry, retaining wall, flood wall, grouted grade prop, geosynthetic. Similar slope protection works with at least 50% of the item of work of the project. One project manager should have 5 minimum years of total work experience and 5 minimum years of experience in similar works. Same with one project engineer, one project inspector, one materials engineer, one safety officer, and one foreman. Classification, PE2, limits of assignments, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, and with an aggregate cost of 1.5 billion pesos. PE1, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 150 million pesos, and with an aggregate cost of 1 billion pesos. Professional project engineer, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 100 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 500 million. Only accredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects, subject to the following limits of assignment. Use of key equipment units, 1 backhoe, 1 backhoe with breaker, 1 backhoe wheel cut, 1 boom truck, 1 bulldozer, 1 cargo truck, 1 concrete vibrator, 2 crawler crane, 2 dump truck, 1 generator set, 1 motorized road grader, 1 bagger mixer, 1 payloader, 1 plate compactor, 1 truck mounted crane, 1 vibrator roller, 1 vibro hammer, 1 welding machine electric driven, 1 water truck with pump. For contract ID number 25G00025, contract name Construction of Boracay Circumferential Road, Aklan, location Boracay Island, Malay, Aklan. Preventive Office, DPWH Regional Office 6, funding source FY 2025 net, approved budget for the contract 193 million pesos. Scope of works, construction of 2-lane 6.10-meter wide PCCP with slope protection, sidewalk, drainage, and solar LED roadway, lighting space at 50 meters in both sides, also furnishing of Anahaw along Balabag, Yapak, and Balabag, Manok, to Manok section space at 50 meters on both sides. Contract duration 463 calendar days. Major category of works, roads, construction, PCCP. Similar categories of works, roads, rehabilitation, PCCP, roads, construction, tunnel, PCCP. Example qualifier must have completed reconstruction and reblocking, including base course, covering 50% of the item of work of the project, may include airport runways, pathways, and aprons. These are key personnel. One project manager should have 5 years of total work experience and 5 years of experience in similar works. Same with 1 project engineer, 1 project inspector, 1 materials engineer, 1 safety officer, and 1 foreman. PE2, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, but with an aggregate cost of 1.5 billion. PE1, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 150 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 1 billion pesos. Professional project engineer, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 100 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 500 million. Unaccredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects, subject to the following limits of assignments. These are key equipment units, 1 affiliator machine, 1 backhoe, 1 truck sealer machine, 1 backhoe wheel type, 1 truck boom truck, 1 bulldozer, 1 cargo truck delivery truck, 1 cargo truck, 1 concrete skidder, 1 concrete 2 concrete vibrator, 2 dump truck, 1 milling machine, 1 motorized road grader, 1 bagger mixer, 1 payloader, 1 plate compactor, 1 vibrator roller, 2 water truck or pump, 1 welding machine, and 2 transit mixer. For contract ID number 25G00026, contract name Iloilo R1 Bypass Road, Iloilo, location Pototan, Iloilo, implementing office DPWH Regional Office 6, filing source FY 2025 National Expedition Program, approved budget for the contract 110,975,000 pesos. Scope of works, completing of 5.2198 lane kilometer, road widening of 2.103 lane kilometer, including slope reduction. Contract duration 195 calendar days. Major category of works, roads, construction, gravel. Similar categories of works, roads, construction, asphalt, roads, construction, PCCP, roads, rehabilitation, asphalt, roads, rehabilitation, PCCP, roads, rehabilitation, gravel. Example qualifier not applicable. These are key personnel. One project manager should have 5 minimum years of total work experience and 5 minimum years of experience in similar works. Same with one project engineer, one project inspector, one materials engineer, one safety officer, and one foreman. Limits of classification, PE2, limits of assignments, 10 contracts located within the same region, or simultaneous assignments but with an aggregate cost of 1.5 billion pesos. PE1, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 150 million pesos but with an aggregate cost of 1 billion pesos. Professional project engineer, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 100 million pesos but with an aggregate cost of 500 million. Only accredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects, subject to the following limits of assignment. Use of key equipment units, 1 bar cutter, 1 backhoe wheel type, 1 bulldozer, 1 cargo truck, 1 concrete saw, 1 concrete spreader, 2 concrete perforator, 2 dump truck, 1 on-bagger mixer, 1 motorized road grader, 2 payloader, 1 perforator roller, 1 water truck with pump. For contract ID number 25G00027, contract name Preventive Maintenance Asphalt Overlay of Passi-Calinog Road, kilometer 54 plus 1802 to kilometer 58 plus 607.20. Location, Passi-Calinog, Iloilo. Implementing Office, DPWH Regional Office 6. Funding source, FY 2024 net. Approved budget for the contract, 128,827,000 pesos. Scope of works, asphalt overlay of 50 mm with anti-rocket additive. Contract duration, 158 calendar days. Major category of works, roads, rehabilitation, asphalt. Similar categories of work, roads, reconstruction, asphalt. Example qualifier, not applicable. Use of key personnel, 1 project manager should have 5 minimum years of total work experience and 5 minimum years of experience in similar works. Same with 1 project engineer, 1 project inspector, 1 materials engineer, 1 safety officer, and 1 foreman. Classification, PE2, limits of assignments, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, but with an aggregate cost of 1.5 billion pesos. PE1, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 150 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 1 billion pesos. Professional project engineer, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 100 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 500 million. Only accredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects, subject to the following limits of assignments. Use of key equipment units, 1 applicator machine, 1 asphalt distributor, 1 asphalt paver, 1 cargo truck, 1 milling machine, 1 pneumatic tire roller, 1 power loom, 1 water truck with pump, 1 perforator roller. For contract ID number 25G00028, contract name, Preventive Maintenance Asphalt Overlay of Mandurriao-Sn, Miguel-Alimodian-Maasin-Cabatuan Road, kilometer 12 plus 950 to kilometer 13 plus 700. Location, San Miguel, Iloilo. Implementing Office, DPWH Regional Office 6. Funding source, FY 2025 net. Approved budget for the contract, 20,322,800 pesos. Scope of works, asphalt overlay of 50 mm with anti-rotting additive. Contract duration, 97 calendar days. Major category of works, roads, rehabilitation, asphalt. Similar categories of works, roads, construction, asphalt. Example qualifier, not applicable. Use of key personnel, 1 project manager should have 5 minimum years of total work experience and 5 minimum years of experience in similar works. Same with 1 project engineer, 1 project inspector, 1 materials engineer, 1 safety officer, and 1 foreman. Classification, PE2, limits of assignments, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, but with an aggregate cost of 1.5 billion pesos. PE1, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 150 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 1 billion pesos. Provisional project engineer, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 100 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 500 million. Only accredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects subject to the following limits of assignment. List of key equipment units: 1 applicator machine, 1 asphalt distributor, 1 asphalt paver, 1 cargo truck, 1 milling machine, 1 pneumatic tire roller, 1 power broom, 1 water truck with pump. For contract ID number 25G00029, contract name, Preventive Maintenance, Asphalt Overlay of Iloilo-Capiz Road, Old Route, kilometer 15 plus 340 to kilometer 15 plus 000, kilometer 15 plus 120 to kilometer 15 plus 395, kilometer 15 plus 520 to kilometer 16 plus 101.75. Location: Santa Barbara, Iloilo. Implementing Office: DPWH Regional Office 6. Funding source: FY 2025 NEP. Approved budget for the contract: 51,627,500 pesos. Scope of works: asphalt overlay of 15 mm with anti-rotting additive. Contract duration: 112 calendar days. Major category of works: roads rehabilitation asphalt. Similar categories of works: roads construction asphalt. Example qualifier: not applicable. Recent key personnel: 1 project manager should have 5 minimum years of total work experience and 5 minimum years of experience in similar works. Same with 1 project engineer, 1 project inspector, 1 materials engineer, 1 safety officer, and 1 foreman. Classification: PE2, written civil assignments, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments but with aggregate cost of 1.5 billion pesos. PE1, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 150 million, but with an aggregate cost of 1 billion pesos. Professional project engineer, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 100 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 500 million. Only accredited project engineers will be assigned to DPWH projects, subject to the following limits of assignments. List of key equipment units: 1 applicator machine, 1 asphalt distributor, 1 asphalt paver, 1 cargo truck, 1 milling machine, 1 pneumatic tire roller, 1 power broom, 1 water truck with pump. For contract ID number 25G00030, contract name Roxas City Circumferential Road, C3 Section Capiz. Location: Roxas City. Implementing Office: DPWH Regional Office 6. Funding source: FY 2025 National Expenditure Program. Approved budget for the contract: 33,250,000 pesos. Scope of works: road widening of 0.364 km gravel road with 0.910 meter dia RCPC lateral drainage, structures and manholes, and 2361.044 square meters for masonry slope protection. Contract duration: 149 calendar days. Major category works: roads construction gravel. Similar categories of works: roads construction asphalt, roads construction PCCP, roads rehabilitation asphalt, roads rehabilitation PCCP, roads rehabilitation gravel. Example qualifier: not applicable. List of key personnel: 1 project manager shall have 5 million years of total work experience and 5 million years of experience in similar works. Same with 1 project engineer, 1 project inspector, 1 materials engineer, 1 safety officer, and 1 foreman. Classification: PE2, limits of assignments, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments but with an aggregate cost of 1.5 billion. PE1, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 150 million pesos but with an aggregate cost of 1 billion pesos. Professional project engineers, 10 contracts located within the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 100 million but with an aggregate cost of 500 million. Only accredited project engineers can be assigned to DPWH projects, subject to the following limits of assignment. These are the key equipment units: 1 backhoe wheel breaker, 1 backhoe wheel pipe, 1 cargo service truck, 1 complete pervator, 2 dump truck, 1 bagger mixer, 1 plate compactor, 1 water truck with pump, 1 welding machine, 1 backhoe, 1 bulldozer, 1 payloader, 1 motorized road grader, and 1 gravity roller. Section 17 of the data sheet, only authorized liaison officers whose name appears on the contractor's registration certificate, CRC, with representation of his or her ID duly signed, by its construction firm shall be allowed to purchase and submit or drop bidding documents. Schedules. Deadline for submission of clarification, October 25, 2024. Deadline for submission of bids, November 6, 2024. Number of copies of bid proposal, 1 original copy, technical and financial envelope of bids bid. Place of submission of bids, bidding room, DPWH, Regional Office 6, Sports and Culture in Iloilo City.
For eligibility requirements, we have Class A documents, legal documents, valid PhilJobs registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages, as per GPPB Resolution Number 15, Series of 2021. Technical documents, we have statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules with certificate of acceptance. Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or PCAB license or special PCAB license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Original copy of bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period, or original copy of notarized bill securing declaration and project requirements, which shall include the following: organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' key personnel, example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen, to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project as the case may be. List of contractors' minimum material testing equipment as per DO11 Series of 2017. Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement and, if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of a joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, the prospective bidder's audited financial statement showing, among others, the prospective bidder's total and current assets and liabilities, stamped received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. The prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity or NFCC. For Class B documents or for joint venture, valid joint venture agreement, and if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case of the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. Please take note that for manual submission of bids, the technical documents is preferably book-bounded. The contents of technical documents are preferably numbered, paginated consecutively in the right-hand top margin and signed below page number by a duly authorized representative for both manual and electronic submission of bids. Any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the required checklist is a ground for outright rejection or non-complying of the bid. For the submission and receipt of bids, so here are the contents of the second envelope or financial proposal. Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. Original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Duly accomplished detailed estimates form including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with a bid, and cash flow by quarter. Please take note that for manual submission of bids, the financial documents is preferably book-bounded. The contents of financial documents are preferably numbered, paginated consecutively at the right top margin, and signed below page number by duly authorized representative for both manual and electronic submission of the bids. Any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient documents in the required checklist is a ground for outright rejection or non-complying of the bid. So here are the common reasons for rejection of bids, ineligibility, and post-disqualification of bidders. Failure to submit the original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. Overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel. Failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form, and late submission of bid. We also have failure to submit supporting documents, example, certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project if equipment pledge is to be leased or purchased. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project, or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Unsatisfactory CPES rating. Here are the common errors in the submission of bids. Single proprietor, signatory should be the owner or proprietor only. For corporation or cooperative, the Board of Secretaries certificate and board resolution. For joint venture resolution or agreement. For partnership, as indicated in the Articles of Partnership. For the bid security, the bid validity period is 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. For the bid security validity period, it's 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. So the bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security enumerated below. So we have cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable LC issued by a universal or commercial bank. So the amount of bid security for the mentioned items, not less than percentage of the ABC, is 2%. For surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security is 5%. For the bid evaluation, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. So here are the following factors to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. So for completeness, no price in required item, non-responsive, indicating a 0 or a dash, read to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. For arithmetical corrections, bid prices and figures versus words, words prevail. For total price per item versus unit price per item, unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual sum prevails. Unit cost and detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ, BOQ prevails. If above ABC, it is disqualified. For post-qualification, verification, validation, and ascertainment of statements made and documents submitted, we have the legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, agreements, and exclusion in any blacklist. For technical requirements, we have key personal minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied, availability and commitment of major construction equipment, failure of the prospective bidder to state the complete technical description of the pledged equipment in the specific location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security as per DO number 58, series of 2012. For technical requirements, performance in ongoing government and private contracts, negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project, or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and failures. Substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract per conditions at the term of inspection. DO number 127, series of 2018, strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of the post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with DPWH. Authenticity and correctness of bid security, financial requirements, bid price proposal, and NFCC. So here are the notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project as per DO number 9, series of 2012, or technical requirements for civil works projects for public bidding. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that one personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded to the contract, and 2, he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. Also, the bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded in a contract under bidding. These certifications shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also, to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected, and if any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. So for the contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid, as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. Contract award should be made within the bid validity period. Subcontracting is not allowed.
Okay, that's all for civil works. We now proceed with the presentation of the details of the contract for goods.
For goods and services, contract ID number 23GG049, contract name, procurement of services for the mobilization of multi-purpose amphibious dredge, drag flow DRSP 85-180HC with DPWH number K3-51 from Regional Office 6 EMD Compound to Panay River, Boracay, Para, Roxas, City, Capiz. Location, DPWH, Regional Office 6, Iloilo City. Funding source, FY 2023 JA. Approved budget for the contract is 1,590,959 pesos and 83 centavos. Scope of work, services, contract duration, 15 calendar days. For the schedule of requirements, 1 lump sum disassembly and loading of equipment, 1 lump sum mobilization, and 1 lump sum unloading and reassembly of equipment. For the schedules, deadline for submission of clarification, October 25, 2024. Deadline for submission of bids, November 5, 2024. Number of copies of bid proposal, 1 original copy, technical and financial envelope of its bid. Place of submission of bids, bidding room, DPWH, Regional Office 6, Fort San Pedro, Iloilo City.
For the eligibility requirements for Class A documents, we have legal documents, registration certificate from SEC, GDI for sole proprietorship, or CDA for cooperatives, mayor's permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, and tax clearance certificate is finally reviewed and approved by the BIR. For technical documents, we have records of single largest completed contracts similar to the contract to be bid, adjusted to current price using Philippine Statistics Authority Current Price Index with a contract amount equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. For the financial documents, we have audited financial statements stamped received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institution for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. Computation of NFCC of at least equal to ABC, computed using the prescribed formula. NFCC is equal to current assets minus current liabilities multiplied to the fixed value of 15 minus value of unfinished projects, including awarded projects not yet started, coinciding with a contract to be bid. For the submission and receipt of bids, the contents of the first envelope or technical proposals are DTI Business Name Registration of SEC Registration Certificate or CDA for cooperatives, valid and current mayor's permit or municipal license, statement of ongoing and similar completed government and private contracts 50%, audited financial statements stamped received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the immediately preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission, showing among others the total assets and liabilities, income tax return of the preceding year filed and paid through the BIR electronic filing and payment system, computing of net financial contracting capacity, tax clearance for Executive Order Number 398, Series of 2005, as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR, PhilJEPs, bid securing declaration, bid security, technical specifications, production delivery schedule, warranty certificate, brochures of offered equipment, omnibus sworn statement, and secretary certificate and board resolution. Please take note that for manual submission of bids, the technical documents is preferably book-bounded. The contents of technical documents are preferably numbered, paginated consecutively in the right-hand top margin and signed below page number by a duly authorized representative for both manual and electronic submission of bids. Any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the required checklist is a ground for outright rejection or non-complying of the bid. So for the contents of the second envelope or the financial proposal, we have duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities breakdown, recurring and maintenance costs if applicable. Please take note that for manual submission of bids, the financial documents is preferably book-bounded. The contents of financial documents are preferably numbered, paginated consecutively at the right top margin and signed below page number by duly authorized representative for both manual and electronic submission of the bids. Any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient documents in the required checklist is a ground for outright rejection or non-complying of the bid. We now come to bid security. So the bid validity period is 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The bid security validity period is 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. So the bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security enumerated below. So we have cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, bank draft guarantee or revocable LC issued by a universal or commercial bank. So the amount of bid security, not less than percentage of the ABC of the two mentioned items, is 2%. Surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security. The amount of bid security is 5%. So for the bid evaluation, the financial components of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. So the following are the factors to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. Completeness, no price in required item, non-responsive, indicating a 0 or a dash, free to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. For the arithmetical corrections, bid prices and figures versus words, words prevail. Total price per item versus unit price per item, unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual sum prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ, BOQ prevails. If above ABC, it is disqualified.
Okay, so we are done with the presentation of the details of the project subject for Prebid conference this afternoon, October 22, 2024. So our Prebid conference is over.